and welcome to Radio OPAC. Thank you everybody out there on Facebook for joining us. Radio OPAC is a project of Ohio Prison Arts Connection. We're a coalition of people around the state who promote arts access for people who are justice involved. And this is our way of connecting when we can't be in the same room and sharing stories about arts experiences both inside and outside prisons. And today we are really thrilled to welcome three guests. We have D'Andrea of Amplify Voices. He's the director of Amplify Voices. We have Amber Knicole, who is a professional songwriter and musician in Columbus and the leader of Mojo Flow. And we have Aimee Wissman, a visual artist who leads the Returning Artists Guild. So we're here to talk about a collaboration, an inside-outside collaboration with women at ORW. So to get us started, hey Nick, would you mind just telling us a little bit about WAV and how you collaborate with people to make music?
Yes. So we've been around since 2011. Originally it was called the Dick and Jane Project. And what we've done is we would go into schools originally and work with a group of kids, anywhere usually from like 8 to 10 students, sometimes much larger groups, almost 60 or 70 kids. And we would have a conversation with them over the course of several days. And we would talk about what kind of music they liked. We would, listen to that music together. We would start to develop a theme that we wanted the song to be about. And then with writing prompts and with discussions, we would come up with the lyrics for a song. And then, and this process has evolved over time, but what we do today is once we have that song written, we record it and we bring the students into a professional studio and we record that song with them using professional local musicians. And then once the song is finished, we release it on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, YouTube. And what we also started doing this past year is making music videos with the kids, which has been really cool because they have never been able to be in the songs, but they are in the videos. And it's just been a really big thrill for them to get to like see themselves on a video that they made.
That's unbelievable.
So yeah, so it's a process that's, kind of been an evolution since we started, but we first worked with ORW through the Harmony Project. We wrote a song with all of Harmony Project's choirs last year for their winter concert, and they brought us in to talk to the women in Tapestry as part of that collaboration. And we, the point of our workshops are the conversations that happen and the small group discussions, because the whole process of songwriting is just sharing your own emotions and experiences. And it turns out that can be really therapeutic in a group setting, to just have people open up and relate to each other in that way. And that's what we've always seen the benefit being with our students. So when we started working with adult populations with the Harmony Project Choir, we saw the same benefits happening where people opened up to share with each other, and it was just really beautiful, kind of what blossomed out of that. And especially at ORW, we were just blown away by how vulnerable everyone was willing to be, how honest they were willing to be about what their experiences had been, and just kind of what happened as they were sharing with each other. I mean, the Tapestry program, how much of a family it is and how supportive they are of each other. And when we were having those first conversations with them, it was just so many like tears and hugs and, just everyone being so supportive. So it really made us want to go back and try and write another song, which is where Living Proof came from.
Wow. So you and Amber, Nick and Amber, went in to work with the women at ORW, which is Ohio Reformatory for Women, within the Tapestry program, which is a sort of therapeutic community inside of the prison. And I'd love to hear a little bit about, you mentioned that it was a partnership with the Harmony Project that sort of brought you in, but I'd love to hear a little bit about like why you felt like prison was a good environment to give this kind of collaboration a try. And then what was that experience like of working alongside people and hugging and telling stories and sharing experiences and crafting lyrics. What was that like?
Amber, do you want to start?
Well, yeah, sure. It was really awesome. The first thing that I really wanted to hit on was just the connection that you make with people. With the prison population, especially, we as a society tend to consider those people a disregarded population. And one thing that the ladies said a lot was, thank you for giving us a voice. And I think that any healing process requires being able to express yourself, whether that be through art, through singing, through anything, being able to express yourself healthily. And so to be able to give these ladies a voice and for them to be um, very aware of that and very thankful with that. And just like Nick was saying, very vulnerable with that. We were there for a lot of, for some personal experiences with these ladies, and the way that they brought the most positive attitude to the workshop with us. We're not there with them all day, we're there for a specific amount of time, and just they got in, and no matter what was going on that day, and they went through some really heavy things on some of the days we were there, they came ready to work and like ready to create and ready to heal, and it's just ready to heal and move forward and make that music. And so it was just inspiring every day, and it's just like going somewhere that you love to go, and it happens to be your job. I say job with a question mark at the end, because it's a pleasure. It really, really is.
That's wonderful. So thank you so much, all of you out there, for joining us on Radio OPAC. We are speaking with Nick D'Andrea, the director of WAV, We Amplify Voices, Amber Knicole, Columbus musician, songwriter, leader of Mojo Flow, and Aimee Wissman, a visual artist who leads the Returning Artists Guild, about a collaboration with women at Ohio Reformatory for Women to write a song. Hey, how do you write a song, by the way? How do you work with a group of people to write a song? How do you even do that?
I mean, we had never, up until working with Harmony Project, done it with so many people. Usually it's like 8 to 10 kids, which if you look at like the back credits of most pop songs today, they're usually written by between 8 and 10 people. So that's almost like an industry standard. But with Harmony Project, they really challenged us to like include everyone's voices. And so what usually happens at the beginning of the process, once we figure out what we want the song to sort of sound like, we choose a musical direction, then we'll kind of like mine everyone's what experiences of, hey, what's a theme that we want to talk about here? What's something you guys have been going through? Is it bullying? Is it anyone struggling with anxiety or depression? Or and sometimes someone will volunteer losing a family member or something that's really, hard to talk about, and that will give us our direction. And we'll come with writing prompts that start the conversations. And once we're just recording everything, and we're kind of taking lines as they come, and the whole kind of seed of inspiration behind founding Dick and Jane Project was that anyone can write good lyrics to a song. And I think if anything has been kind of proven by the 10 years that we've been doing this, it's borne that out, that everyone has had real powerful experiences in their lives that, if told honestly and accurately, make really moving song lyrics. So we just try and find those over the course of conversations, with, again, like the point being that these conversations are being had, and that people are sharing with each other in an open, safe kind of space. But everyone has an opinion about music, which is great. Everyone knows what they like and don't like about music. And that goes, elementary school kids can tell you, exactly what they don't like about something. That's so right. I think we just activate that part of everyone that, like, what you like and you don't like. So, that we give everyone that power during the process to say what they like and they don't like, and kind of, you know, that guides us through to getting, hey, do we all like this line as a lyric? Yes, no, you know, and that kind of takes us through to a final version. But
It's amazing.
yeah, so it's different every time.
You're kind of describing like some components of like being together on the theme, making it feel like everybody's an expert, and
Yes.
we can all put our insights and ideas into the final product. And I know that was also part of how you approached creating the artwork for this song release as well. Aimee, you worked alongside the women to create a piece of visual art also to accompany the song. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Sorry. Going into Tapestry was actually the first time I've been able to go back into a prison since I've been released. My thought mode for approaching the project was to do a similar strategy to what I would have done when I taught art therapy classes at DCI. And so I think that was helpful because I knew what materials we could work with, what we could possibly get away with, what we would not be able to, and what the level of engagement would probably look like. I would echo that the women were just like immediately embracive of me. I was able to kind of talk about my experience, especially after release. I think that was the thing that was the most relevant to everyone in personal conversation, was questions about reentry and questions about continuing to do positive things after and what those things look like. The plan for the art got kind of like derailed. So
COVID-19.
I took a painted backdrop in, and I knew from Nick some of their ideas previously before I went in. I knew that they kind of wanted to do this Phoenix Rising kind of vibe, and I heard the song Living Proof, so I kind of started putting it together. So I just painted a backdrop. I went in, me and about 2 of the ladies kind of sketched out the woman, and then everyone came and put their own butterfly on the project as kind of a secret signature. And in terms of it being something approachable that I could force even the most shy, reticent, I can't make a stick figure person. You can make a butterfly, right? Anyone can write lyrics. And so we had fun. My intention was to go back and like glitter this thing with them and do like all of this extra stuff, but wasn't able to do that. So I finished it on my own, which was kind of weird. Some of the butterflies were lost in the process.
Wow.
I'm sorry, ladies. And my goal is to get this thing framed so that it can go back in to the housing unit, which may or may not be Tapestry at least, and live there.
That's amazing. Thank you. And we're going to have the opportunity, those of you who are watching, to experience this song and to experience the artwork. So just like hold steady, because we're going to get there in just a minute. But I wanted to mention that we're going to be able to hear the song out here, but the women of Tapestry have also gotten to access the song as a sort of Mother's Day event last Sunday. So we'll be hearing the song. The women who contributed to it will be hearing the song. Before we listen to the song and have a look at the artwork, Nick, Amber, Aimee, is there anything else that you want us to know about Living Proof?
I just wanted to, I hope that you hear the resilience in the words that that the ladies came up with. They were very adamant about it being not about staying where you are and acknowledging where you've come from, but also moving forward and actually healing. And it's just as inspiring.
I want to read this statement that I wrote for Annette to take in along with the artwork.
Yeah.
But I'm scared I'm going to get like nervous. My voice is already shaky. So bear with me, but I feel like it kind of sums up the energy that we shared between us. So I am so grateful to have been able to come in and start this project with you all. I can totally relate to both your pain and your power. The healing process has never really gotten easier for me, but I continue to show up, do the right thing, and love myself. I know what it means to be living proof and carry the fire. I stand in awe of you sisters. Keep pushing and pat yourselves on the back once in a while. If no one told you this yet today, you are beautiful. You are stronger than your circumstances. I respect you. I am sending all my love and light along with my gratitude. Fire burns away our impurities, and the most powerful women know what it means to be reborn in the flames. I knew I was going to get upset, but
that is
they were
beautiful.
just amazing. And to share that connection with them was awesome. And this song is so good. So good.
That was so beautiful. Thanks, Aimee.
Well, should we listen to it? Are you ready? Are you all out there ready? Because we're about to listen to it. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up the artwork for the piece here, and I'm gonna play the song. This is Living Proof.
When you're broken and you're beaten down, when you're hungry, no one comes around. But when you're all alone, you start to look around, and you see there's people that love you, they're standing right by you. They'll give you the reason to get up the mountain, give you the hope so that you can keep climbing. You can have it if you want it. The phoenix rising from the ashes. I'm living proof. I'm living proof. You can be one more statistic, or you can see there's nothing missing. I'm living proof. I'm living proof. When it's peaceful and you don't hear a sound, I feel grateful just to be standing my ground. I really see my new life now. I see the sun right through the clouds. I'm walking away, I'm letting go of everything that could control me, of everyone that couldn't show me myself. You can have it if you want it. A phoenix rising from the ashes. I'm living proof. I'm living proof. You can be one more statistic, or you can see there's nothing missing. I'm living proof. I'm living proof that when you're broken and you're beaten down, you'll find your angels. They're hiding all around. They'll help you pick up the pieces, find what's been missing, so you will feel the sun shining and nothing else. And you can learn to live together with yourself. You can be all that you wanted. No more ghosts to leave you haunted. I'm living proof. I'm living proof. Appreciate what you've been given. A butterfly can fly to heaven. I'm living proof. I'm living proof. Oh, 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 oh.
Nick, thank you. Amber, thank you. Aimee, thank you. Thank you for amplifying the voices, the real voices and the creative voices of these women who are incarcerated at Ohio Reformatory for Women.
I also wanted to add that at the very end on the last chorus, that's the women singing. We were actually able to take a small recorder in and get a group vocal of everyone singing that. So that's them there on that last chorus.
Yeah.
And thank you all for joining us out here to experience this story and this work. And we hope that you'll join us on the talkback that's going to follow immediately on this stream. The link is in the comments, so please head over there so you can ask your questions, to share your reactions and your reflections. We would really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for sharing your story and taking time with us today. And thanks to all of you out there for being a part of this as well. This is Radio OPAC. See you next week.